I think sometimes in the 80s when Nelson Mandela died, or he was released from prison, and a bunch of people had a memory that he had actually died, right? That's where they came up with the Mandela effect, right? Are you familiar with blank blank on the wall? Who's the fairest of them all? What does she say? What are the blanks?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Mirror, mirror
On the wall, who's
wall.
the greatest of them all?
Yeah, right. But it's actually changed. It's not mirror, mirror. It's magic mirror on the wall.
It's trippy.
Okay.
He's not ready. He's not ready. We got to finish his
Hit
jet.
that, hit that.
Hold on.
Okay,
Wait.
so
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul.
You ready, my boy?
Of course.
You were born ready. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
What did they say? Is in me, not on me, or something like that?
that's what she said.
I like those Chinese tigers on your glasses. I didn't notice those.
Yeah, man.
Was,
Straight
the
Greens
Tiger
Point.
It's
original?
kind of fresh.
No, straight Greens Point, man.
Okay, you
Middle of
Greens
the-
Point. Shout out to the North.
Hey, man, gotta keep it hood sometimes.
I
Yeah,
like that. That's fire. All right, let's get it going. Dolo has arrived.
I'm here.
We, unfortunately, we might be a little high because we had nothing to do for about 30 minutes. So we smoked a backwood, basically made out.
Yeah,
That's kind of what smoking a backwood is
pretty
like
much what
for me.
when you watch someone roll a backwood, you're just like, oh, that's where we're at, huh? It's a real intimate experience.
I even tried to hit it. Remember when you taught me? I don't know if you remember when we were in Ohio when we played in Cleveland. We went to an after party and they were passing around a J, and you smoked it, which is rare. I didn't even smoke at the time.
man.
You gotta put it between the finger, cup it, and then just kind of bong it.
and,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
Dolo put it between his pinky, cupped his hands together. It like sucked it all crazy, and I was like, "Damn!"
That's how you
What
keep
the-
from getting a fucking purple dinosaur in your lip.
yeah.
You know, you got to be careful out there.
But that doesn't work well with backwoods. Just
No, it's already been slabbered.
yeah.
Luckily, our guest doesn't have any cold sores, so we're good to go.
No,
We are good to go.
No, I don't.
Why don't we go ahead and introduce our
Yeah,
guest,
let's
by the way?
get a strong introduction here. Sorry, I'm already too high.
It's okay. I'll man this
My
ship.
bad, brought that once.
Until my contact high kicks in, I can man the ship.
We got Houston's finest here. We got
Hey.
the King of Pain. we got Fuego the Prophet.
Hey, that was
We
nice.
got Sad Boy Radio.
Hey,
We got I had a good one before I got high, but I forgot it now. I'm searching for it. It'll come back. But yeah, Houston's own rapping phenom, singing, rapping, R&B, spitting. I'm just getting the wheels going
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
oh yeah, man.
What else we got?
You know, just some messaging. You know, what I'm saying the music and fucking inspiring. Got it all. You know what I mean? Club, all types of stuff.
Yeah, he is a man of many hats. And I like that. I really never know what the next record's coming from Fuego. Because one minute it'll give me like a, tear the club up kind of vibe. And then the next one, you're doing a ballad for the ladies. But it seems like whatever you're doing, you're kind of not doing it to appease what's like the current thing. You're kind of just doing what you feel like. And I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Because you even told me, you're like, man, I don't have to do hood shit. You're like, I
Yeah,
come
well-
from that. So I don't need to, put on that hat. You could do a pop record if you wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, what you do put out pop music too, right? What you
For
do?
sure, and I got the missed calls. That's the little pop music. But yeah, man, trying to get out the hood. That's why I always say that. That's crazy. You remember that. But that's something I always say. Like, man, I'm from the hood. I'm trying to get out that.
Right.
But yeah, definitely try and prove my handwriting skills and stuff like that.
For sure. Definitely. That was a good record. What are you working on lately? What do you got? What's in the
Well, I'm
line?
pretty sure prime time already.
Well, yeah, for sure. We know the record that's out right now.
Yeah, that one. That's
Sometimes definitely.
that's the latest one. And then there's
He was
other.
on here talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I Want You Bad.
Yeah, that I Want You
Here's the
Bad.
record.
Yeah, that one. Work on that one. Shooting that next week. But
What
then
inspired that record?
honestly, shit. just being in the club all the time, you know, when you see that pretty girl, you know, that one you think's the prettiest in the club, you just want to get her. You do whatever it takes. Hey, after hours, you buying her shots, all this. You're just basically chasing the baddest girl in the club that you
know all about it.
You know what I mean?
All about
Even
it.
if you end up at home with nothing, and it's like, man, you just boom, then you see her again next weekend. It's something like that.
Now, when you're in the club, you see a bad female like that. Do you like sort of fantasize like you and her together? You do like a paint a picture of the future kind of thing? Because that's what I do. I see her.
I swear,
I kind of fall in love a little bit, and I'm
I do see him on stage with a girl, romance her, and I'm like, this motherfucker's acting. He's like, we're going on vacation. I'm like, where the fuck? You don't even know this girl's name.
I just love that. I'd love to just picture myself like she's the one.
Yeah,
I'd like to
for
at least
real.
pretend it for the moment that she's the one.
Feel like you're in
cosplay.
a little movie action. Feel like you're in a movie.
Yeah.
But I definitely do that for sure.
Unfortunately, the dreams just crash and burn at the end, and you find out that she is definitely not the one. But
And
You
she
see her at the
bouncer. Yeah, you know.
You see her next weekend with the Doughboys.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes.
Some hookah.
Houston, they love that. They just love that out here, don't they?
Uh,
Let's dial it back. Let's start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a Houston native Houstonian.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you get into the music thing?
It's really, honestly, it's really been in me. But like, I've been perfecting my craft for years. Even since a kid and stuff, I always just thought about rhymes in my head. Even in school, reading books, like. My mind just be like that. Just always thought about rhymes, no matter what, And then I started realizing, damn, boom, I could really write some stuff. I started like, it's just crazy. It's a crazy experience.
Did it start with
How old were
writing?
you at that point, you think?
Probably like for sure when I started thinking about my first rhyme, for sure I remember it was like probably like 6 years old or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so early. So what was it? Was it writing first or was it freestyling first?
Yeah, freestyling.
Okay, a little cipher.
Because there'll be so much in my head. It was like that's how it came out. Like I could freestyle my ass off. You know what I mean? So I guess that's why writing is easy because it just flows out my head.
Who were some of your early influences?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to people like Juvenile or Nelly or something like that.
Those were big records back then.
You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
That Jadakiss a lot.
For sure,
Jadakiss. Oh, and like I always listen to like alternative a lot because their pen games be serious. Like Coldplay and shit.
I
Like,
can never really tell what they're saying. I don't know. I guess I haven't listened to enough rock music to really get into it. Strategy used to be a young rocker. He could
I've
probably.
been listening to a lot of rock lately.
Is it resurging in you?
Yeah, a lot of like Audio Slave, Soundgarden,
Audio Slave
Fighters.
had one song that I fucked with. I
Like
can't
a
remember.
Stone.
Was that because I remember on Crooklyn Clan they used to have like mashups with that I thought that little riff was dope.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of that lately. It's fucking incredible.
Had the drums got you back
good
into it?
music. Yeah. It's
Nice.
good fucking music.
Yeah, I used to like Smashing Pumpkins. I used to fuck with Smashing Pumpkins.
Heck yeah.
That 1979, that's the shit. That's the
for
shit.
sure. It's timeless music.
For sure. So what were some of the rock groups that you were fucking with?
Me, I was really like, honestly, like Linkin Park, the Deftones, stuff like that.
Deftones is fire.
I fuck, hey, Deftones, he got a voice like a
He
mug.
could scream.
Finch, stuff like that. Just basically just everything that just sounds super good, man. Creed, all that stuff.
That is the cool thing about music is it just some of it just hits you. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't matter what genre it is. It just hits you in a way.
yeah, it's crazy.
With this.
For sure. It definitely evokes some sort of emotion.
Techno, all that stuff. I listen to all that house music.
Do you fuck with any like old school rock, like 70s type shit? You ever fuck with that, like Pink Floyd, nothing like that?
Man, I know they make good music. Like as far as like XM, they got all the stations. So I'll put on like some 70s, 80s just to get a feel, just to hear them. I say, okay, I can see why. Boom, but like, yeah, I'll listen to a song, pick from Pink Floyd or Grateful Dead or something like that. Boom,
sure.
boom.
They were definitely high as a motherfucker, but sometimes it creates a good headspace for people to make beautiful music.
No,
I even fuck with. You know what? You ever heard yacht rock? You know what that is? Yacht rock.
Yeah,
Like Steely Dan.
Like Steely, like 80s, like the shit that like Warren G sampled, like that
Okay.
what was his name?
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, that kind of shit, right? Like by themselves, like in a elevator would be very corny, I guess, you know, in the normal space where they should be played. But for some reason, to me, that's like the most gangster music. When I'm chilling out back and I'm just relaxing, that's the shit I listen to.
There is a lot of soul to that.
That's like the white soul music. That's white people.
Definitely.
But there was definitely black soul in that music. I fuck with that kind of shit.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's good
Sure.
stuff. It's good stuff.
Just love music, man. Universal.
So let me try and get a vision for what's going on here. At 6, you understand that you are able to create these rhymes, and it's like inside of you, and it's something that needs to come out. When's the first time you actually recorded something? When's the first time you actually said, "All right, I'm gonna do this"?
I ain't probably like 6-7 years ago when I started like recording my first song. I was probably like 24, 25.
Okay, so it took a long time. And
Yeah.
in between that, what was going on? Were you just thinking about doing it? Were you busy hustling? What like?
Honestly, I was my environment. I come from the same. Everybody got their struggles and stuff, but I was just dealing with a lot of stuff. But I turned it all to like rhymes and stuff. I just really wanted to make sure that I perfected my craft before I performed and made a song or something.
Okay,
But I got
so
songs
you were
from the
kind of
closet.
gaining the ammunition. You were gaining
Yeah.
the things that you talk about now. The emotions that come out of you. You were living that.
Cause I know there's a lot of talent. Like I could rap my ass off, but I know there's a lot of talent out there. So I was like, man, I definitely gotta work on the craft. But yeah,
Sharpen the sword,
for sure.
as they would say.
I kind of feel like it's Freddie Gibbs line. He says, "God made me sell crack so I'd have something to rap about."
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm an
shit.
amazing
I had the no
rapper.
father. You know what I mean? I come from that same no father. You know what I mean? I never really talk about stuff like that, but now was a good time. But I'm like, I didn't never see
We'll
my
throw
dad.
some allegedlys
Yeah.
around.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, nah, I never
activity,
see
but-
my dad. I had, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. Baby mama drama, same old. Had a kid at a young age, all that type of stuff. But
Yeah.
I was, hustling and all that. I quit hustling not too long ago, like 5 years ago. All that stuff. But I just boom.
Focus on the
I
music.
always made good music, but like, I learned the marketing and realized that you got to invest in this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And I
For
want to
sure.
talk to you about that for sure, because I could tell that that's your thing. You're big on that on social media.
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot, investing in yourself, and you got to have money to make money and all that. So yeah, I definitely want to get into that.
'Cause we definitely when we had Classy on here, I'm sure you know Classy.
Classic?
Yeah,
Classy FP.
Classy FP.
Yeah.
We had him on here.
Oh.
He's an up and coming rapper from Houston as well, and he talked a lot about how the marketing side of the game is so deep, especially when you're
Yeah,
looking at
that's really all it
breaking
is.
through the mainstream. And he was talking about how they had like what was it, like a halfway house where they train people basically.
Yeah,
it's like
boot camp.
It's like a
more
boot
than
camp.
halfway house, bro.
Yeah, I guess halfway house. I was for some reason when he was describing it, I was
I just
picturing
had a
like this
vision of
halfway
it.
house I used to know.
Like a hype house than a halfway.
Okay, hype house is a better way,
Oh,
to put
shit.
it. But yeah, it was like.
It's a halfway house.
But it was like a compound where people were just like sharpening their skills, and basically these A&Rs would just kind of like craft them to be who they wanted them to be. And it really shows when you listen to music. I mean, nowadays it's getting a lot better because there's a lot more sources to where to get your music, but even those are all fucking tainted by the fucking system that pushes whatever they want you to listen to, you know what I'm saying, into those playlists. But not to get off subject, but yeah, I definitely agree that
Yeah, for
marketing.
sure.
Yeah, marketing's big.
Even back then, the marketing, they might not have no social media, but the labels, radio, that was
Yeah.
their marketing. You just realize that nobody blows up overnight for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you feel like people do, and I guess nowadays sometimes they do sort of, because anyone that does something that is marketed on social media, or you could create a piece of content and put it on social media, it's like their goal is like, all right, I just need this one thing to go viral and hit millions of views, and then I'm there. Like I've seen it happen so many times, but there's so much more to it than that. Like that is not the game. Everyone thinks that's the game, and it's a small piece of it. And sure, put stuff out and hope that happens, but also while you're waiting for that, you have to invest in yourself. There's so many other things that you have to be doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
it's a full-time job to fucking get on. But also I think there is some degree of luck to it, because I think that, like, obviously, you know, people say fuck luck and it's all about the grind. But then you look at like people who blow up at a really early age, and I'm like, okay, well, their luck was that their father was a ex-employee of fucking Time Warner or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is definitely some degree of
connections.
luck
Like
with having those
Alchemist's
connections.
fucking family is
Exactly.
from
That's some money.
And
Beverly
no doubt
Hills.
Alchemist is a genius, right?
It's undeniable. I mean,
But
listen
how
to
many
shit.
people had that same story that got into it because of a situation like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like luck. What is luck? I mean, to me, my definition of luck is
When,
being ready. Is always
what they
being
say,
ready.
being prepared.
You're always ready because the time will come. I feel like it's just an evolving, like a treadmill almost. We're just on a treadmill every day, and then at some point, something comes along, something comes up from the bottom of that fucking treadmill or whatever that is in front of you now, and if you're prepared to grab it and hold on to it, then that is luck to me.
For sure.
I
No,
think,
that's
I think
definitely-
everybody gets a shot at luck. Right? Luck comes your way. Luck comes everybody's way at some point. But being prepared to take advantage of it, I think, is the real shit.
Yeah, I remember. Or go ahead. You-
interesting.
You know?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I believe in luck. Like luck to me is like going to the casino and you win some money. Like me, like he said, like his family just know some connections. I mean, they put in the work for that. You know, maybe
Right.
they sacrificed. So maybe it was not luck. Some people don't believe in luck because, like, man, that's your destiny. You know, obviously the parents made a sacrifice for him to be able to, you know, get the connections to Warner or whatever. You know what I mean? They put in the groundwork, and now he got to put in some groundwork. But you know, luck. I used to believe in luck, but then when I started, like, man, when you own it and be like, man, nah, this is my destiny. I'm gonna do this. Boom, boom, boom. It's
Circle
like,
back to Linkin Park real quick. What was the line my man said? It's 80% something. It's 10% luck. Concentrated is skill. What is that?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying. It does come back full circle, right? We were talking Linkin Park.
yeah.
I wish I
Every
knew
time.
what that guy's lyrics were, but yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, you know the lyrics. Don't fucking lie. Go back to when you
I
had
sort
drug
of
eyes.
missed the Linkin Park thing. I was into like POD and rock early, and then when Linkin Park was out, I was into underground hip hop. That was like corny to me at the time.
I liked Linkin Park only when they did the joint venture with Jay-Z. That's kind of how I got
Yeah,
into him.
that was
not into him, but like that, I fucked with that.
The dude had him. I don't know. Forgot his name. The one that committed suicide.
Chester.
But yeah,
Chester
he had
or
a,
something.
He had that
Was it
scream.
yeah,
man.
he would scream those lyrics, and they had a DJ too. I thought that was dope. What was his name? That wasn't
It
And
was Mike something, I believe, or
Asian dude, right?
Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that was rapping too.
No, he
not-
was just
not
a
fun.
DJ.
Oh yeah, he could rap.
I'm kidding.
All right, so you start making these records. It's 2000.
Probably like
7 years ago, 2000.
yeah, one of my first when I
16?
met Willie P. Yeah, probably like 16.
Okay,
Like
Summer 16. That was
Yeah.
a good one.
Summer 16 was a great one. That was the epitome of humanity, in my opinion. It's kind of been downhill ever since, but we're still here. so
Hey,
we're
we
good.
made it through the dark times.
We did make it through the dark
I
times.
honestly will say that I feel like this summer coming up feels like it's going to be a good one. I'm not going to say it's going to be anything.
You know, as long
like
as the U.S.
Summer
dollar doesn't
16.
collapse and we don't go to war with Russia and China, we might have a good summer.
I
Yeah,
think
it
that if
doesn't-
we can prevent that from happening just for the time being, this
We
will
just
be a
wait till
good
winter.
summer. This will be the summer that gets us on the upwards trajectory towards another Summer 16, I think.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
real.
saying? This is the bottom of the mountain. We're heading up.
I feel like it's gonna be a great summer.
Yeah.
So we got that summer bang.
Let's put that fucking energy out there. I
Yeah,
like
for
it.
real.
Just something about it. It feels
Big
good.
summer energy. I like that. How do you feel about the current state of music right now?
And I really try not to judge it because I know like they could be doing anything else, but like that's why I'm real picky on what I listen to because I know a lot of stuff is freaking is you know promoting some bullshit or something like that. But
Yeah.
try not to listen to that so I don't have to judge
Not
it
the
or
drill
something.
shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
What do you
Like-
think about did you hear the new Drake record that dropped this morning?
Nuh-uh.
You didn't hear it? Did you hear it? It's fire.
It's good.
I mean,
What BPM?
Straight,
What BPM?
I don't know. I haven't put it in my computer yet, but I've
Just
been listening.
give it a guess. Is it like a trap thing?
It's probably
Is it
like
more upbeat?
no. It's more like an R&B. He's on his R&B shit, but it's a vibe.
R&B, like slow R&B, or R&B like Kiki, do you love me?
No, it's not Kiki. Do you love me? It's more like I don't know, man. I'll run it after we get off the air, but
Yeah.
it's a vibe. I will say it's good enough that I've been running it back to back in the car, just like I got to run that again.
So you're gonna drop it tonight?
I'll probably drop it tonight for sure. But the problem is it doesn't have the energy that you need. You know what I'm saying?
You just
but
gotta take them there, baby.
But it's a vibe. It's a fucking vibe. The beat's dope. It's got a nice little piano sample in there. It's got a Kim K sample in there.
Oh, okay. I heard about that one.
So yeah. It's I fuck with it.
Yeah. I heard about
I myself look. I was never an anti Drake guy except for like in the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit that I kind of thought he was corny. And I have friends that still don't like Drake just off the strength of him being Drake. But I gotta say, the motherfucker is consistent. He comes up with good music.
Yeah, I was about to say, he just makes good music, timeless
the
music.
kid's good.
He's whatever his team is, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't ride it. I don't give a shit. Whatever Drake is, if it's not Aubrey Graham, the entity that is Drake is a powerhouse. They just make fucking amazing music.
Yeah.
And I fuck with it.
I mean, he's had a stranglehold on the game for about 10 years now.
Probably longer, to be honest, if you think about it. I mean, well, I guess it came out probably 10 years ago, but yeah. Well, when was that Young Money shit? That was probably like 2013.
Yeah, I think even
it might
before
have been
that.
before, yeah.
Before.
I want to say it was
like 10 almost.
2010, yeah.
Yeah.
So the kid's had a 13-year stranglehold on the game.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I mean, he sold more music than fucking the Beatles, you know.
And that's what happens when you branch out. You know,
Yeah,
he even said he makes music for women.
Yeah.
So Fat Joe did that too.
And dudes who like R&B, like myself. So,
And non-binary folks like myself.
yes, that's true. Did you know about Strategy's gender assignment?
Reassignment.
What? Nah, I didn't.
It's just keeping him busy at the moment.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. AI, which is fully binary, they're moving in.
Oh, they've already moved in.
They're moving in.
They took the head seat at the table and they dead's chicken.
Yeah. And us being compliant, non-binary folks that we are, we're just gonna let it happen.
Fuego's like, I'm too high for this.
Nah,
I don't even
think, cause I'll be always talking about stuff like that, so it's crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what can we do? You know?
There's nothing. I can tell you what we could do is stop fucking creating AI bots that could potentially overthrow us. Like everybody's like, "Oh, that's never gonna happen." Blah, 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 blah.
That's like somebody's
It's all
passion.
part of
though.
an agenda,
You can't get them to stop.
Well, yeah,
That's
it's
like
almost
somebody's life mission. Somebody like set their goal to create the most intense robot ever.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stop. It's
No,
like
for
asking
sure.
you to stop DJing.
I think what it is it's like that human nature to like want to like that desire to like know the unknown, or I guess the
To
same
be a
thing that made us
legend,
like
I think.
you know made people fucking go across continents to find new climates or whatever the fucking case may be.
Conquering new land.
You know what I'm saying? Overthrowing governments. All that shit is like that nature of the beast inside us. And I think that's what technology become AI, because they're trying to put a stop to it. Like all like the top heads and people are like, oh, well, the reason they want to stop it is because it's going to make them obsolete. Well, it's already going to make everyone else obsolete too. So like I read an article the other day that the first McDonald's that is completely ran by robotics.
Oh yeah, seen that.
You don't even. There's no employees.
Yo, but here, okay. Since like computers and shit have taken over, it's been rougher. It's been shittier. Like I was trying to order food the other day, and this place is like, you have to order online. And I'm trying to order online. I put my order in. I'm trying to give them my credit card number. It's not working. Something's wrong. I didn't click something. I don't know. I'm like, I just want food. I call them. They're like, you have to order online. We don't take credit card numbers over the phone anymore.
Domino's
I'm like,
like that.
why is this so difficult? This used to be so easy.
Right.
I could just call, order, grab my shit, pay you, go home. They try to put a computer in between us, and it fucks the whole thing up.
Well, here's
it's
what
supposed to
you
be.
got.
I want you to go to the grocery stores, man.
It's the CEOs. They make more money when they have less employees. So they're like, fuck it, I can buy another yacht if I just get rid of all the employees. But the problem is, they're all doing this. And if there's no employees, then there's no money. And if there's no money, then how the fuck do we buy the products?
That's also true.
And I've been saying that since they first came out with kiosks. All right, and I was like early in the game on this. People are like, kiosks. They're like, I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this ourselves? Like, they should be having people do this. And they're like, it's not that hard. You just swipe it. You don't have to talk to people. It's great. And I'm like, yeah, but like, that's a job. Each one of these things is a job, is someone's job, right? Whether it's on a big level or a small level, even if they're only making minimum wage, that's a job, and that's money that circulates in the economy.
Yes,
because they go and buy, even if they're not fucking spending big money on houses.
It's the fucking people that work at Target that buy all the Jordans and shit that are really spending all the fucking money.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. But all that shit, and when you buy the Jordans, and now you buy them online, so now that if the fucking employee doesn't get paid, and the fucking whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Whoever else is in that pipeline, it's all just fucking collapsing. We're really eating ourselves at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to lay this on you real quick, see how you feel about it, and then we're going to get back to Fuego's music.
No,
Get a little worked up.
You're good.
What if...
I'm all about the conspiracy, you know, the talk, the life, the space, all that
All
stuff,
right,
man.
for sure.
What if we are already AI?
That's what I'm saying.
What
like,
if we are already AI? Because the whole thing is that, like, AI doesn't have consciousness, right? And we are simultaneously really searching for, like, presence and consciousness in our own lives.
there is a
hearing what
conscious
you're-
world.
Wait, let's dial this back a little bit because I'm hearing what you're giving, but I want to really understand it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is this like a Matrix theory where we're already like botted up and we're kind of playing an AI game? At
Yeah,
this point?
something like that. Some sort of simulation type theory where we are the AI. We are Chat GPT already.
Yeah.
Right? Like a version of it. And we've just gotten to a point where we have created now what we already are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, physicists and I guess whoever else would study that. I read an article that they said there's a 50% chance that we are currently living in a simulated reality because of the fact that we're already able to create it. Then we must have been able to have created before, would have been possible. And we would have been able to create such a realistic one that we wouldn't even know that we're living in it. And food for thought, with the way that things are going, right? If it was a fucking simulation and nuclear war happens with China and Russia tomorrow, then it's just a hard reset on the game, and we go back to 80 and say, okay, well, this time let's try another algorithm to see if we can figure out a way to prevent that one from happening.
Yeah.
Until we become a utopian society that lasts forever.
now tell me this, because I've been wondering this myself. If this is a simulation, we are in a simulation, that's what's happening, fine, great. What is sleep?
Recharging your batteries.
Is that what it is? We have a battery?
I'm just assuming. I don't know. I didn't write the code.
Right, I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm like. I can't figure, like, what the fuck is sleep? Like, we go. Why do I have to go
Just an example
and lay
how-
down?
Wait a minute.
for
Wait
a
a
certain
minute.
amount of
wait a minute.
time?
This might be
every
the
night?
contact high talking, but check this out. What if sleep is us taking a break from the simulation, and then we get out and we go drink our coffee and we talk, and then we
You're
get,
traveling
oh shit,
when you sleep,
it's about
man.
the time. Oh, I wake up at I'm gonna go back at like 10 a.m. or whatever. Then you log back in, wake up, but that whole memory is deleted because you're unplugged from the system, and it goes into some autopilot, kind of like how there's music when you're on hold, and that music is whatever your dream reality is. Just
Okay.
just a hot take.
So you're sort of checking out, because like I was talking with
You never go full retard. You never go full simulation.
yeah, you got to come out at some
You
point.
got to check
otherwise
out.
You're lost in it.
Otherwise, you
you
may never come out, and then you would actually die when the nuclear holocaust starts.
So how about, like, okay, you're checking out of the simulation, and then when you come back, is it possible that maybe you're back in one of those parallel universes that's very similar
Just
to what
watch
you knew
Interstellar.
before?
Yeah, fuck! I went in the wrong door. God damn.
Because sometimes you wake up and it feels different. Like, I woke up from a nap the other day, and I woke up and you're a little more groggy, and like time feels a little bit different, and the world just hits a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me wonder if it was like, did I just wake up like in one of those next
damn, I'm
door
in the wrong
universes.
This I checked into the wrong year. This is the one where Bud Light promotes transsexual.
Yeah, none of
Like,
that
get me back to the one where they were drinking and fucking working on cars.
No
Where
matter what, man, it's all created by the ultimate creator.
They're
'Cause
blowing
no
the
matter
wrong
what,
train.
outside the universe, outside of stimulation, if aliens created humans, aliens, it's something, no matter what. 'Cause
I'm listening.
I believe in the true creator. Like everybody says God. Nobody had to tell me God. I never went to church. I never wrote the Bible, but God was implanted in me. So it's like, it's just like nobody really knows the truth. And if it is a stimulation, at least we know something's real. And no matter what, there is proof, like science. The only thing that you can't prove is this present moment. So it's like, where does it go? Like, you watch that movie Interstellar, talks about all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, even if
Interstellar's got a crazy ass ending.
so like, but no matter what, it's still a powerful experience because like we're here, we're human. Like no matter what the truth is,
So you think God could be self? That's
I
like,
don't believe God to be human. I think God is everything, energy.
Well, what if human isn't what it is? Human is just a representation, and it's just an avatar of what we are in this simulation.
They have to design us, like we're designed.
I can create a player on NBA 2K.
Yeah. And also like from what it seems like on the internet at least, we're changing.
Oh yeah.
Something's changing.
I don't know if I'd call it evolving. I think I'd call it devolving, to be honest.
Have you guys ever seen Idiocracy?
Yes.
That movie, like in the 2000s, was hilarious. If you watch it in 2023, it's frightening because you're like, damn, this is really what's happening.
It's happening.
Things have. I think that technology is just fucking slaughtering us.
I think so too, but I also truthfully think that we are going to get over the hump. In the same way, I think that iPhones and this social media and all that is the same as cigarettes. Everyone was fucking with cigarettes back in the day because it just felt good. You're like, damn, I could just fucking, this shit's great. Hell
looks
yeah.
cool.
And then slowly but surely, these are bad for you.
Everybody starts dying.
People start dying, all this shit, and we change our ways. And I truthfully think that is the same thing that's going to happen with cell phones. I think that at some point, we're going to smarten up and realize, like, it's not about sitting there on that screen, because I get sucked in, bro,
all the time.
If I don't get out of my bed, if I don't leave my bed to get up and get my phone, if I grab my phone from my bed, I'm sucked in.
Do you know when you look at your phone?
I started my day in that world. It's literally, I can feel myself like being in another reality.
Yeah.
That is that little fucking screen.
Yeah.
And then when I start my day like that, I'll finally get up after some girl sends me a fucking picture of her tits and I can bust my nut or fucking whatever.
That's really dirty.
2 hours.
I mean, that's the thing about it, right? And okay, so my latest, so porn was always a thing that like would suck me into my phone. But in addition to that, lately, I'm working on this build on this car, and I'm like trying to get parts, and like I always find myself like researching more about parts, and then it gets to the point where I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I'm over analyzing everything because I have so much information at my fingertips that like I'm deciphering 50 different fucking fuel injectors when it's really not that deep. But then I have to like smack myself and put my phone down.
Come back to reality.
It's fucking terrible, man. Your favorite person that we work with recently gave up.
A couple of those.
And there's power in knowing that. You know what I mean?
There's power in understanding.
More than just understanding that you're in the fucking matrix is breaking out of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you can know that cocaine is bad, but if you keep doing it, you're still as bad. And I feel like,
or maybe it is
social media is the cocaine.
Social media is cocaine laced with fentanyl.
Yeah. I gotta fucking I want to fucking throw my phone away sometimes. I swear to God.
Sometimes I have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to
turn it around.
I just have to like throw it in another room because
like
it just chirps
and
in your
calm.
ear a little bit.
It's like the telltale heart, the beating of the hideous heart. The motherfuckers in my pocket, like, just touch me.
It's crazy. But let's get back to Fuego. Let's get back to the real timeline here. You record your first song. What is it? What's the process? I'd love to know somebody's process. It's my favorite thing. I want to know how somebody's brain works. What you know, did you sit down with a pen and a paper and write lyrics to a beat? Did you just have an idea that hit you out of nowhere at some point? You were like, oh fuck, that's it, I got to make a song about that? Or like, how does it happen for you?
Well, my boy, when I was always going out, man. I was always going out, freestyling or something. But my boy Willie Peters, he was like, man, come to the studio. And I'd be like, nah, man, I got to go to the club. I was that dude on the club all the time saying no to the studio. Yeah. But I always had a song implanted in my head, so it's crazy. I'll hear music in the club, and I'll come up with a hook in my head, and boom, boom, boom. But whenever we did get in the studio, first time me and Willie P, when I made my first song, you know, I actually made a song that I already came up with in my head called Goddamn. And my boy pulled up at the time, you know, my boy Nola. We did the song naturally. I wrote it. Then he put actually Dice Soho, who's he's another artist from out here, Dice Soho. Everybody was in the studio vibing, and you know, he was like, hey, boom, 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 y'all be quiet, we got a session, he's writing. You know, it all happened like magically. I ain't gonna lie, you know, just did my first song, came out so good, and I was like, dang.
A lot of alcohol flowing in the studio?
Yeah, there was alcohol, smoke, girls.
Backwoods.
I had some girls over from after the club. It was
So do you find that you're in a better creative space when you're like partying like in the club, or is that only for certain records?
I mean, yeah, for club music, and like the experience for that works for writing club music and shit. Always partying, the girls experience, definitely good for writing club music.
See, I feel like, and I guess I haven't made enough music to really know, but like when I would dabble with beats and stuff like that, when I would do it fucked up, it was never like a good thing when I listened to it in the morning. I'd be like, what the fuck was that thinking? Like, but at the time, I'm like, yeah, this is fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? But I guess everybody has a different method. And maybe the vocal aspect as opposed to like the technical, like engineering side would be a better to get that out of you.
Or maybe it was good and you just, you know, heard
need
it
to have a couple shots
so.
to get back in the zone.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll be honest. I'm my biggest enemy in life just in general. Like I overanalyze everything, and I'm always thinking that I'm thinking too much about what people care, or thinking too much,
caring too much about what people think.
Well, the beat was
what
good. He just heard it when he's sober and just started.
This kid's got so much good shit that he's never put out. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
man,
then,
come on, man.
Then
Can't be speaking
gets
that
his
defeat,
laptop
man.
stolen, so he doesn't even have it anymore.
I know that was a hard fucking.
He had, bro. You had that mixtape, that like Dr. Dre mixtape that you made with the fucking audio, like where he called in and shit, and there was like a whole skit in it, like so good. And then you had the other joint where you were doing like flipping the funk samples and making little beats and putting the trap shit over
that
it.
shit killed me when I lost that.
So good.
I wish I would have released that shit.
Always try to get you to put it out.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Such is life. Hey, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Maybe you got to make something
Make
new.
some new ones.
I would like to. And there was a time when I was getting a little bit back into making beats, but man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm 38. I got a fucking wife and 2 kids. I got other shit going on, and I hate to say that because I mean, music DJing is my career, but I'm in a space where like I'm just I hate to say I'm comfortable, because when you say that, like, that shit can all get taken out from underneath you. You know what I'm saying? I believe, but at the same time, I'm enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
If you're thinking about it for a reason.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So
Maybe I'll put together a beat tape.
Yeah.
You have to do something creative.
Yeah.
I know you. I guess your lowrider is a form of creativity, right? Do you feel some sort of creative
I guess, yeah.
release from that?
Well, it's more of a fucking obsession, but yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. But you are a creator. You have the ideas in your mind, and you have to get them out into the world.
For sure, I definitely do.
Put that bad boy in a short film.
Yeah,
and I got a nice.
We definitely made a lot of little short films. We had a lot of fun with that. We had talked about making a movie for a long time, but then
yeah, it was called Life in 2020,
and this was right before.
We gotta do it, bro. Put a budget together and we'll get it.
Well, shit, we didn't even need. See, the beauty of it was we didn't really need the budget because we filmed it. We knew how to film. We had the lights. We had all that shit. We had all the editing. Like, that was not a problem because we made videos every week. Like, and not like, this is pre-TikTok, so it wasn't like now you can, you know, make a short real easily. This was like hours of editing. We would make videos and shit, but yeah, so like we had a whole concept, basically, you know, not a screenplay on paper, but we had talked about it, and we knew that if we would have put together 3 minutes every week, even, that we could have pieced together a movie out of it, and we knew enough characters of people that we could put in the movie that we could at least we worked with them before. We could coach them enough to get what we needed out of them to edit it in.
Like Adam Sandler and all that stuff. Like, bro, you don't really need scripts. If it's implanting you and all the visions and ideas.
90% of Friday, they said, was just improv. They just kind of just spit
like
shit.
That's what it is. Working with people you're comfortable with, because you go like, hey, all right, cut, boom, do this, do that, tell them what to say then and there. So
you get the right scene, and then you chop the rest out, and then you use that. It's not that hard.
I need new characters in my life.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of characters out here.
There is, but maybe we don't know them.
Or that I've met, at least.
I think they'll come at the right time. So say we really put this film together, I'm pretty sure the right people get, you
think they'll come out of the woodwork?
If you're looking for it, the universe does kind of like manifest things like that.
Yeah, for real, straight up.
There's no Morgan McMeals out here. There's no
but it's a
I know. Hey, that's why I said, bro. Watch don't be surprised. After the day, you're gonna see, bro. I know a few characters. You'll
because here's the thing. It's a different climate, so the movie wouldn't be the same. In Chicago, it's just a different world, right?
Yeah.
So we know Chicago because that's where we're from. So we know that. But like, there's obviously a rich culture of Texas culture that you could easily make a movie. It would be a different movie because it's not a Chicago.
I know about a good 10, 15 plus people with good character that we could use for, because I've been talking about it for like a year. Just, like showcasing their story, whatever, their anything that look, when you see
I could spit. I'm not gonna say that I'm a writer of film, because I don't want to take that away from someone who dedicated their life to it. But I do feel that I could come up with a script overnight if I needed to.
Yeah.
Of a movie that took place
part
in
of
Texas.
being a creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of dedication.
You think that you could really write like Texas culture?
I'm already thinking about it right now in my brain.
Like, give me something that's like give me a scene.
There's a guy. I'll give you a basic outline. All right. Okay. There's a guy who is an aspiring MC, right? Lives in Texas. Let's say, for instance, that he has somebody who believes in his career, right? And he wants to shop a record to Jay Prince, okay? But he needs the money to get the album put together. So he knows a guy who runs a strip club. Strip clubs are big in Texas, right?
Bro,
hear me out.
It's so funny that you say that, because literally the character thing that I said, that I don't know any characters here, the one character that came to mind was fucking Mike.
I'm thinking the same thing.
That man,
if there was a textbook strip club guy to run a strip club,
bro,
it's him, right?
When I see him in the office at the end of the night on a busy night where he's got to do this at the same time as doing that while talking to this
with that
girl,
diamond Rolex just fucking money flashing.
Yes, dude, just like, oh my God, yes, you're right.
So he goes to him to get this money from it.
Yeah. Something
falls out with the record.
Yeah.
He can't get it put together, and he has to pay back this guy. So that's what the movie's based
indebted.
Around. And now he has to figure out how to come up with the money.
And it's a comedy. It's like a Friday.
It's a Friday-ish. It's a Friday that takes place in today's era.
In Houston,
Texas.
That
everything that ties into Houston would be part of that, because people do love Houston culture. I mean, Houston held the crown for a long time in the hip hop game. From the slabs to the surf to the fucking, just the way things are down here, the flashiness of Houstonians. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that would be in that movie. And the same way Friday was synonymous with West Coast culture, would be this one with Texas culture.
Do you put the janky promoters?
Do you put like some real irony in it, where he's got to get money now to pay this guy back, so he starts selling lean? You know what I mean? Like, do you put like comedic irony
I don't
into
think it's enough of a thing these days, but there's definitely I have a concept of how he would come up with the money, and it would be based somewhere around 59 Bissonnette Road.
Okay. He starts pimping. He's got a couple girls.
Then he ends up getting this girl who's getting all the money for him, but it turns out to be
a dude.
No. But he can't stop because he'll get canceled.
Out to be a daughter of a priest.
I was gonna say it was like an ex-girlfriend of the strip club owner, and so he's like, in this position where he can get the money, but he can't let the owner know that it's coming from his ex.
Right.
Could just be the contact high talking, but I think it might be a film.
I see it. I'm into it.
Somebody
We
maybe
definitely gotta
watch
have
this
at
is
least
gonna.
one tranny in there.
There'll be a lot of trainings. It's 59 best in that.
Bissonnette.
Oh,
There are a lot of trainings down there. I don't know. I've still been wanting to go down and check it out. I just want to see the sites.
I've only heard things.
I watched on YouTube, one of the guys does a little video drive-through. There's some bad bitches walking around there from what I saw in the video.
Yes, dude.
Are you familiar with this?
What?
59 best in that?
I always.
You've heard about it?
I always tell my like when I'm fucking around with my brother or something. I'm like, man, don't make, you looking fly. Don't make me put you on Bissonnette, boy. No, Bissonnette.
Bissonnette, that's the whole track.
I used to go to all the after hours around there, and I always seen Bissonnette. I was like, what the hell? It's basically like Airline. If anybody knows about
Airline used to have a track like that? Or they still do?
Airline, bro. That motherfucker. I used to
jumping
hear
at
a lot.
night?
I used to hear a lot of things. Now I heard about it. It was like
Back in the
Bissonnette.
day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Airline. Now they're cleaning it up now.
I mean, I don't.
I think I saw you on Bissonnette now.
I was just doing research for the film. You know, the young lady in my car was giving an interview.
No, that's crazy.
That's so good. Can we make that?
I mean, we can all.
Or a girl from Texas that
Can we make
takes
it?
a drive
Who would be the lead? Who would be the star? Who would be the guy, the rapper that has to get the money back? Who?
I don't know if we only knew an ambiguously ethnic, inspiring MC. I couldn't do it. Because it would need to be somebody
Who would we be in the film? Would we be us?
No, we would
be local
we would
DJs.
we would be no.
store clerk?
Yo, we could be like the strip
Store
club
clerk?
DJs.
The strip club DJs.
Yo, just cornball
Yes.
strip club
you can
DJs.
say the cook, the kitchen cook.
Yo.
Oh,
That's always trying to fuck the strippers.
There's some
bro.
shitty fucking kitchen in the back that some chef, from Craigslist rents out himself.
Exactly.
And he
He's
can
always like
showcase
trying to get
him,
girls
like,
to come
yeah.
back. He's like, come try this dish, man.
Making
I just made
beats
this
back
special
there in his
sandwich.
Oh my god.
The wheels are there. You just gotta be put in motion.
God, bro. Yo. Holy shit.
The characters are around you every day. You just
You're
gotta
right.
you just
You're
gotta pay
right.
attention.
We could in the street. Yo, that was the first thing I thought of after I said that. I was like, I do know a character.
For sure. Well, I know a few.
Man is
I know a few, man.
And when you start like putting together a script like that, you can always think of somebody who fits that character, because all these movies, well, most of them are derived from experiences, and whether you know it or it's subconscious, that script would come to mind because of people you know, like the chef we know, right?
Yes.
The DJs we know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all these things, like it's just pulling from reality.
I want to be like the classic chef who fucking does meth in the back. And
I could be like
Whoa.
make it
I could be like a trick, and the trick that's always like getting the girl from 59. She's like, I got this one customer.
reliable customer.
Nah, man, you can play the Uber,
Hop in my Toyota Tercel.
driver. The Uber.
There we go, the Uber driver that always gives life advice.
dropping them off on
Just one
Bissonnette.
last thing, before you get out of the car, I just want to let you know, you didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this way.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Wow, what a film.
I hope you guys enjoyed the film. Whoever's watching this right now or listening.
That's fucking fire. We should make that.
Nah, for real.
Nothing to it but to do.
Throw prime time in there too.
Oh, I got a roll for primetime.
Yeah, we definitely got to
Primetime's a
roll.
goon. He's got to be one of the goons, because he comes in with that fucking Urlacher stance.
The little caps
He's-
to
you
the
know what I'm
back and shit.
What's up, dog? You got this money?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to be the main character's DJ, but he's like a hard ass that tries to get every other DJ to play the record.
Yeah. He like intimidates people
Yeah.
into playing the record. For sure.
Or you could play the crooked hitman. No.
The crook, I mean, it all kind of is the same person, I guess,
Yeah.
right? The hitman, the fucking. Yeah. I mean, listen, I already see it. I see it. And then whoever that aspiring MC, he has to have like one of those halfway slabs, not like a hard body slab, but like kind of like
Shitty one.
like a Grand Prix, you know what I'm saying, like with a factory paint job,
Or
It's got,
Astro
like,
Van with swingers.
yeah, something with,
Come on,
but not like
dog.
nice swingers, like some shitty
Yeah,
ones. You know what I'm saying, missing a couple
The
spokes.
Dayton's or some
You
shit.
know what I'm saying, like an old neon kit. You can't read the whole sign when it comes up. It just says like, pimp. That's it, nothing else. Just the P in the I. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Oh man, God bless him. How do you feel about slab culture? Are you a slab rider?
Honestly, I kind of like grew up around that. I've never been. I don't know. I don't like too much attention, but I love the art over it. Like my uncle that passed, he had a Selena bike. I was always going to lowrider shows. My uncle, my other uncle, he had a chrome Tahoe all slapped out. Paul used it for his video on that tipping on 4.4s and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I've always been around. I've always respected it because I do see a lot of nice stuff. I always went to the lowrider shows and stuff like that. Been around it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, oh, yeah, my other cousin, he has a 1950 Mercury Z-Top, Candy Red.
Yeah.
They're always into lowriders and stuff. So it's definitely a culture, I respect because I see how people really put their passion into the cars and stuff like that and the bikes.
Paychecks.
Yeah, for real.
Paychecks, all that.
We could throw our own little car show, you know what I'm saying? Concert.
There it is. And that's how they get the money.
You should. Can you get paid off throwing your own show?
Heck
For
yeah.
sure. Why not?
What are you doing?
You rent the lot. You get the lowriders to go. You get a few the vendors, taco trucks.
Really, most of the money comes from the fucking the people who put their. You know how much an entry fee is? It's like $150 per car. You get 100 cars in that bitch.
Or we turn the tables, do it all free, and charge people to go see it.
That's how it should be. And now listen, this is the thing that as a car builder and owner, I'm always saying this is fucking backwards. Why the fuck do I have to pay to put my car in your show that people pay to come see?
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? But like the promoters are the ones who make
rent the lot.
Crack the code, bro. What are you waiting for?
I know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let me set up a fucking car show for you and take half the money.
We could do that.
Hey, for real.
Are you kidding me? We'll do it at Radon.
Put a stage on there, perform, bring some people.
The last one I was at in San Antonio, they had over 7,000 people come to it,
brother.
And you know who the main act was?
What are we doing here?
Paul Wall.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, Paul Wall's a nice icing on the cake
to get people to come in and buy tickets.
You know what I'm saying? To coerce it, but I'm telling you, there's money to be made. I think tickets were like $50 a pop.
Bro,
Yeah.
what?
I don't know what it costs to
They're
rent out one of these
double-dipping?
fucking things.
You're paying to enter your car, and then the people come to see.
It's
the
the
car
most
that you
asinine.
paid to enter?
And then if you wasted all your time and life's work and money, you might get a trophy. And it's a plaque. Sometimes
he said that very depressing.
I mean, listen, I've gotten the plaques, and it feels good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you got a nice car.
When I started doing shows, I wouldn't even place, and then over time, second place, and at this last one, I got first place, and it felt fucking amazing. But that's not why you do it, for sure, because I don't really give a shit that much about the trophy. I give a fuck about driving.
Wow.
That's the shit. Just some about the music and the car dipping. It's just an undescribable feeling.
Hey,
I couldn't give it up for anything.
Trust me,
But
I know the feeling. Not the lowrider, but I love riding.
for
Even
sure,
in the rain.
Whenever you're in your zone.
Yeah.
See, me, rain is kryptonite. After I clean all that chrome underneath that motherfucker, when I see a raindrop, I'm like, no! Take me right out of my happy place. But that's another story.
No, definitely getting it going.
Damn, we gotta fucking film this movie and throw a car show. Here's what we gotta do: we throw the car show and then use that to fund the film.
That's two.
I looked into it. Somebody said about a good 15-20 grand would be good for a short film.
Here's the thing. Outside of paying people, because obviously if you want people in your film and you don't want to get sued, you have to pay them something, right? Because you don't know, the thing might flop. It might get picked up by Netflix. Money could be made, right? But the potential for money being made is small. So you can't say, oh, I'm going to give everybody $50K for being in this movie, and then then you have to deal with investors, and then they want to put their art into the movie, aka ruin your fucking idea.
That's when you talk defeated. When we talk confident.
No.
We're gonna get
No.
We're gonna get the money.
But hear me out.
No, we don't need the money. Ain't no investors.
This is what I'm getting at. You don't need investors.
No.
In this day and age, and we've made enough shit that we know how to edit, that I'm convinced that we could make that movie with very little budget outside of paying people to be in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank God I got characters in my back. I got people that, that would do it,
I don't think we should ever release this. We're going to have to just not release this fucking podcast because it's going to ruin our film because somebody's going to fucking take our idea.
No, man. Trust me, you can't steal from the creators.
You
can
can't
still do
steal
it.
from the kid.
You know what I
Nobody
mean?
outfucks the kid.
No one. Well, they might nowadays.
Put it on Amazon Prime.
See, I don't think. I think the way to go would be to shop it to something like Netflix.
Or-
No, I
or
think the way
South
to
by
go is to
Southwest.
put it on fucking YouTube and become legendary. Fuck
Yeah.
all that
mu-
other shit.
A free movie on.
Fuck
on
all that other shit. Make it easily accessible, easily shareable for the entire world. YouTube's potential is unlimited.
yeah, and it could definitely make its own cult classic
Fucking
kind of thing.
paid
yeah.
20 grand, 30 grand, even 50 grand from Netflix. At the end of the day, what is that really? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You put on YouTube and blow up YouTube, there's unlimited potential
Oh yeah, they'll put it on Netflix
for the rest of it.
for free if you blow it up yourself. Independent film, I'm pretty sure they'll add it on there
Yeah,
or make it.
you can put it on YouTube. Well, shit, if you have the account, then you can monetize it if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could potentially monetize the video. It would blow up a YouTube account that you now have an audience.
Yeah,
So you can anything else you
and
then
they make
put
a
out, you
next
can
movie or
have
whatever.
somebody sponsor it or whatever. I think like selling your product for not enough money, unless it's fucking, you have an amazing product and you get paid $100 million, like the fucking Joe Rogan experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's worthless unless the money's right, and it's gonna be hard to get real fucking money for some idiots that just made a movie from a couch. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
No name, no
every
nothing.
idea starts from a fucking
Yeah.
somewhere, and I
Yeah.
think that this is just capturing three idiots on a couch coming up with a film. But the reality is that every idea comes, it rarely. I guess unless you're in a think tank in one of those fucking beehives that we were talking
The
about.
Hive.
Unless you're in, are you familiar with the hives?
What's that?
The halfway houses.
Oh no, the hives. It's something that you get when you fuck a girl without a condom.
Oh man, what the?
No, so we had this guy on here. He was telling us about these creative hives,
Oh.
where it's like a new thing where like they basically have like a compound
Oh yeah.
of
You're
sorts,
telling me.
and they not for the rappers, but this is just for anything. So I mean, it could be like you could, I don't know, any kind of creator,
Anything creative.
and they
Music,
say that
video,
the
design.
synergy that happens between the energy of people that are creatives would create more, if that makes sense. Like
composing.
yeah, like we bounce ideas, right? And we bounce ideas because we're both creatives, right? I'm saying that obviously you're creative as well, but I'm just saying with me and
We've been doing
strategy,
it for a long
how we
time.
normally do
Yeah.
it. And when we do it, we bounce ideas back and forth. Whereas if I was just like sitting by myself, I might not really get that same.
Yeah, like synergy.
Idea.
Synergy, yeah.
But it's synergy, yeah. So
Synergy,
the
another
hive idea,
perspective.
they have people that maybe are strangers that don't know each other, but they all kind of congregate so that they're in a space where that energy is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna pee real quick.
Oh, this is the time where he pees.
You guys talk, then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna light this joint up, and we're gonna talk about simulation theory.
Yes. Well, I'll get it started. When did you first start? Are you familiar with what's it called, strategy? Fucking Mandela effect. Do you know about the Mandela effect?
Talking about where the ship got lost and that's the Bermuda Triangle.
So check this out, Mandela effect, right? This is like one of the first telltale signs. This is gonna fuck you up, and I'm glad that you haven't heard about it because this is gonna fuck you up even more, right? So, I think sometimes in the 80s, when Nelson Mandela died, or he was released from prison, and a bunch of people had a memory that he had actually died, right? So that's where they came up with the Mandela effect, right? They're like, well, I remember something happening, but then that was completely wrong. So then as time goes by, people are starting to notice a lot more things that have changed. So the theory is that we've slipped into an alternate reality, a parallel universe, if you will, where everything's the same except for a few small differences, okay? So I'm going to say some things to you, right? And you're going to answer with the best of your knowledge, and I'm going to basically tell you that you're wrong. So, are you familiar with the movie Cinderella?
Yes.
Okay. In the famous scene where she walks up to the mirror, she says, blank, blank on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Right?
Yeah.
What does she say? What are the blanks?
I don't know.
Fuck. Okay.
Mirror, mirror
On the wall, who's
wall.
the greatest of them all?
Yeah, right. You know that? But have you heard of that scene? Do you know the scene? Okay, let's skip that one. So basically, everyone knows that it's Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. There's fucking songs written that are called Mirror, Mirror. There's a fucking movie with a girl in it called Mirror, Mirror. But if you watch the movie now, it's actually changed. It's not Mirror, Mirror. It's Magic Mirror on the Wall.
And
Okay.
there's no evidence whatsoever of it ever being mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh.
So check out this. What about, have you seen Star Wars?
No, not in a minute. I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, do you know the famous scene when he says, blank, I am your father?
Oh, yeah.
What's he say?
Luke?
Right. Now, it's not Luke, I am your father. It's, no, I am your father. So if you go and watch that fucking movie now, it doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. It says, no, I am your father.
It's trippy.
Okay.
He's not ready. He's not ready. We got to finish his
Hit
jet.
that, hit that.
Hold on.
Okay,
Wait,
so
let
what are a couple other Mandela effects that he might...
There's the double stuffed Oreos. There's the Berenstain Bears.
Okay,
there's
Bernstein Bears?
Not those.
I don't know. I feel like you're not going to
I feel like because I'm into what y'all saying, but I think I see it more with my eyes. Like it sounds like some more stuff I look up to, like some things I see on TikTok. I'm into all that stuff. I just like I'm in that moment. I'm seeing it. You know, what I mean? 'Cause I heard things about the Mandela. I'll see it or conspiracies or on the internet and stuff, and but I never like I forget after that. Like in that present moment, I guess it's because I'm thinking about it.
Sense,
I'm searching for that type of information, so it's there. And whenever, like, you know what I mean? It's
I
weird.
feel you.
I'm trying to think
you.
what other thing, like another example, because a lot of the
Like I believe in everything. I believe in all of it because it's like, who am I not to believe? That's why I believe in every, like, you know.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't really believe in anything. I guess you could say I believe in everything. It's the same thing. It's all the same, whether it's
Everything is
nothing or
nothing.
everything.
Oh, well,
it's
you know
just
what I mean?
all like whatever it could be. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Who the fuck knows? I'm just trying to live life.
That's a
feel
powerful
that.
truth to know. People go crazy figuring out the truth.
Yeah, and people get stuck. I'm always weary of anybody who's like really stuck in one way of thinking and is like, this is the truth. It's all about this. You need to follow what this man is saying. You know what I mean? Like I'm always kind of like, oh, all right, that makes a little bit of sense. But then I'll listen to something else. Well, that makes some sense too. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of truth in everything. I feel the same way.
Two sides to every story, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that. But all right, fine. Let's get back to Fuego the Prophet. Fuego
How'd you
the
come up
poet.
with the name? Fuego the Prophet.
Actually, one of the little homies, it was like, I was just trying to come up with a name. But I used to call myself Young Sin or Sinner. And my boy was like, man, you should call Fuego because I had a little temper, man, in the club. Not like temper, like bully temper, just like Timmy, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to lie, I have bipolar and stuff. I'm diagnosed with that and stuff. And so it's like, I don't know, just like the way I am, my personality, like rage, and like I have a big heart, but like I got a huge temper or something. So he's like, man, you go Fuego. Like my spirits are just like my spirits on fire type stuff. So
Okay.
I like Fuego the Prophet. Like fuck, he said Fuego, and I was like, man, I thought about the prophet because it's like I feel like humanity, just life, period, is like all the prophet, like a part of it. You know what I mean? Like humans, life, animals, like everything is used for a reason. You know what I mean? Like you're getting a profit off everything's a profit. Something's making a profit off somebody.
So it's not necessarily a prophet like the Prophet Muhammad. This is prophet like you're profiting off.
Yeah, I got that profits for my merch and my label. That what you're talking about.
But
that's for
how it actually came up was more. Okay, that makes
was
sense.
more to profit. Like
I get it.
Because
I'll be honest. When I first heard Fuego the Prophet, I pictured like, you know, a rapper like an Atmosphere, somebody who's like, you know, like gonna talk about the pyramids and shit. But then I heard your shit and I was like, this is good, digestible music. When I say digestible, I mean everyone can get into it. Like certain, like when you deal with like lyricists like that are on that level of like, you know, I don't know, the J. Coles of the world and stuff like that. It's not. I don't really consider it digestible music because when you listen to it, like if you're not in that headspace, it's not like enjoyable.
It's too deep and
I know what you're talking about. Because I make music like that, but I know because I even feel like that about it That's why like I make that music for the lyric heads and the ones who really like the rap, boom, that feeling like that in the moment. Because I know what you mean. Because you gotta have some certain mood to jam that all day.
You're like, man, I don't need to fucking hear about conspiracies. Like fucking.
Yeah, you're not ready for that.
I'd rather believe in that than hear about it.
Exactly, exactly.
I'd rather just. You know what I mean?
When I listen to music, I like to take myself to a happy place, if you will, or in some instances a sad place. Invoke emotion, maybe more than thought.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like that. Now, if you at this point in the game where you're at right now, what would be the best piece of advice that you could give to somebody who's just starting in the rap game?
Honestly, to invest in yourself.
Yeah,
that's because I like that. All those thoughts just come to us like no matter what. You have an idea, man. I want to get on YouTube. I want to do this, cover art, this. It all takes money. You got to invest in. I know people that don't even want to buy shoes and don't even want to spend $30 on cover art.
Yeah.
So it's mind blowing. It's like, damn, bro. Like that's why I say this. No matter what it is, invest yourself. $20, $30 for cover art. Something, a little ad, anything, you know what I mean?
Give me a few examples of investing in yourself. I like that. $30 will get you a nice piece of cover art, so when you put your shit on Spotify,
people believe in it a little bit more.
Picture. It's like something to actually look at, and someone looks at it and they say, okay, someone put time into this, they put effort into it, it adds value. What else? I like that. What are some other examples?
Pay like $35 or how much it is on a distro kit to upload your music to distribution. You know what I mean? That's under $100 right there. And now they're doing where you could pay an extra $100 a month where you could upload your video to Vivo and all that stuff.
That's dope.
What's the biggest investment you've made in yourself, if you don't mind me asking?
Really, honestly, whenever I first attracted an investor with the song "My Guy," somebody heard it in the club and wanted to meet me and stuff, and he invested like $25,000. With that, I honestly threw my own event for other artists, an artist appreciation festival. I did it everything. They didn't have to pay to perform, but I haven't really spent like a lump sum. I always spend like $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month on marketing.
That's good. That's a solid amount of money, especially if it's a monthly. Yeah, it's reoccurring. What does that get you? What are you getting with
the ears, the eyes? Because I see the bigger picture.
How so though? How so? Like what? It's going. Your marketing. Does that mean that you're like running ads?
Yeah, like YouTube ads, targeted. USA and on sponsor ads on IG or something like that. You know what I mean?
Do you work with a marketing team that does that, or you just do all that?
Well, the IG ads I do myself, but with the YouTube and all that, I got somebody. Shout out Lion Agency. That's my boy Mike Morales. He runs it up, and then there's others like organic music marketing. Companies and all that stuff.
And what's the goal in a marketing campaign that you have? Is it always different, sort of? Maybe you have a song where you're like, I just want this to get as many ears as possible, or I want this to get to a particular type of
or do you market to people that listen to that genre? Or let's say if you were to cross over into put out an R&B record, are you targeting to an audience that listens to The Weeknd as opposed to somebody who listens to Travis Scott or whatever?
Yeah, what's all the thought that goes into pushing a record like that?
Yeah, they basically just put it on. Like if I feeling it, put it on Spotify, put it on a few playlists, 1,500 here, 200 there. But my main goal is to put like 10, 20K because I'm not gonna lie, like World Star, to get real exposures, like 8,000 to put it on the big box, stuff like that. Spotify, YouTube to do 1 million views plus is 5K and up to do in USA targeted. So it's like it gets really expensive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then what I always wonder, what's the goal? Are you trying to then bring people back to your YouTube page? Are you trying to get everybody to Spotify? Do you want to grow your more Instagram following? What?
Spotify, right?
Spotify, because I got more genres on the music. That's why YouTube I use for the eyes. I drop out the nice content, and then I put my Spotify link in the bottom. But Spotify, I have all the genres of music
so
that I do.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because I love Spotify. My girl, she's all about Apple Music. I think she's fucking lost her mind because I hate Apple Music. And every time
what does she love about it?
I don't know, but every time she puts it on her phone, after one song plays, it just doesn't play anything.
Just stops.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Spotify is amazing though, because Spotify really they have good AI.
Yeah,
and great AI.
They'll put me up on records I never knew that I would like, and I'm like, I like this.
Yes.
This robot is smart.
That's what it really does.
Yes.
I run algorithm campaigns sometimes, and it doesn't choose what song. It chooses a song for you what's meant for the algorithm. So it like promotes like all the songs and stuff, and it lets the people choose what song they like. And that's how the algorithm works on Spotify. I'm learning that. So
Really? So can you pay to get your song on a playlist on Spotify? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
That's the game, yeah. That's
the
like getting
game.
on the radio.
You DJs, all that. It's like in
But
TikTok
who are you
too.
paying? Are you paying the owner of that particular playlist?
No,
or are you paying
this-
Spotify.
No, the marketing companies, whatever
This
services they
distribution does
like
that.
different, like the different playlists, and like there's so many.
Isn't that like the modern day radio, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you would pay to get your
Like
song played on the radio, but now it's like if you get on that playlist, people are gonna hear it because they're
They're on the
automatic.
yes.
They're on the treadmill and whatever's playing. They're in their car, whatever, and it goes through that playlist.
Even like the editorial playlist, and that runs you like $3,000 and up.
It's funny because sometimes I'll put on like one of these like Sade radio, right? That's one of my go-tos, right? So I'll run this Sade radio and I'm vibing, working on the car and shit. And like 6 songs in, I'll hear some song and I'll be like, this does not sound like Sade radio. And I'll be like, I knew every other song that's on here. And I'm like,
That's
this
the one
sounds
I
like
paid to
someone
get on.
who made a new song who's trying to sound like Sade. So in some instances, it's obvious, but like, obviously with good music you don't notice it but a lot of times when that happens,
There are a lot of bot playlists, and you got to be careful because a lot of these marketing companies or people that don't have marketing companies and say they do playlists, and they'll put you on these bot farm playlists and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm
there's
sure
so many
people
playlists,
pimping
but
the
there's
system.
there's some good ones though.
do you know about the dirty secrets of these bot playlists? Let me tell you something. My account got hacked a couple years ago, my Spotify account, and I didn't know that it was hacked.
Wait, really?
Check this
I
out.
didn't know this.
So check this out. I would like turn on my Spotify and it would be like playing some like fucking whack ass like Portuguese rock song. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like after like 5 or 6 times, I'm like, all right, something's not right here. So this is where it gets funny. So I'm realizing that somebody somewhere has hacked into my phone or into my Spotify account, and they're playing music to get spins up on whatever these songs are. So I later found out that there's like a whole like underground like farm, what you would call, where they'll hack all these accounts in these like third world countries, and they'll hack all these accounts, and then people pay to get the plays, and that's how you get the plays because somebody, I don't know who it is, but somebody's modifying these accounts. But this is how I know it's not just a robot who's doing it. It's an actual person, people, right? So check this out. So I started playing like, there was a time when I was on my phone and I was like, I switched it from the fucking Portuguese rock, right? And I played a song I was listening to, and then switched back to Portuguese rock. And there was a moment where I connected with whoever was doing this through like I felt that there was a person, and this is how
You guys were on the same shit.
like,
you were like
because
playing
every
a
time
video game
would click
against
it, I would click it, and we were like fighting, almost like a game. So then I was like, I put on CeeLo Green, fuck you, right? And then he put on Why Can't We Be Friends? And I was like, this motherfucker, you hacked into my shit. And so we probably went back and forth like 3 or 4 songs where I would like play some like, I don't know, I Want to Kill You or whatever the fuck the names of the songs were, and he went back with that. Later, I went and I found out they had probably fished me through Facebook, and my Facebook is linked to my Spotify.
That's where they get you from.
And I haven't had that problem since, but it was a wild moment to connect with someone.
Amazing,
yeah,
dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Oh, Spotify.
That needs to be in the movie.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
needs to be a scene in the movie.
That was a scene right there.
I fucked your bitch.
You got some guy in a cave in Saudi Arabia who's
Split
got
the
a
screen.
fucking 30,000 phone rack in
Just
front of
fucking
him.
hitting all these songs. Yeah,
All the little sound effects.
yeah, man, it's
Why
crazy.
can't we be friends? He's
That's
looking,
so
Yeah.
he's looking at him in the shower while
Bro,
he's saying that.
and I literally like I can't even remember what other. I just remember the first one was CeeLo Green, fuck you, but they were all kind of like I fucking hate you. I think was there like a song called she fucking hate. No, it was something I can't remember the
Iman,
song.
fuck you, you bitch. I don't want you back.
It might have been, but it was all like disrespectful ass songs,
Yeah.
and his were all like, I want to be friends and shit.
He knew you. He
It was
wants to be
crazy.
your
So
friend.
funny.
It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you guys as high as I am? Because I
I'm
didn't even
super
smoke, and I'm
high.
high.
I'm super high. I love it. I have more questions. for Fuego.
You see the arm?
He's fucking. Don't tickle our guest, dog.
I'm non-binary, G.
Oh, I felt like I was in a
shit.
movie. You know?
What's your question? It seems intriguing.
I want to get more information out to any potential artist that's watching. So I want to get all of your marketing genius out of you. I want to put your brain on display for anybody who's thinking about getting into the rap game.
We've given a lot of gems today. There's a lot of gems. If someone wanted to start a bot farm, they could do that. If they want to fucking recreate our film, they can do that. If they want to get in the game, you already gave them all the fucking all the sauce, even the names of the company.
Knowledge is there to pass on,
and this is what we're doing.
And that's my favorite thing, because I listen to podcasts and I'm listening for some gems. People drop gems. You know what I'm saying? I like to take advice from people that are out doing things that I aspire to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So just with that in the ethos,
the marketing. Honestly, you got to have a good marketing company, like Organic Music Marketing. You know, they're good. So any artist watching this, that company is gonna get you good. And the Line Agency, those are like the two ones I used for the past 2 years.
okay.
So what? Okay, let's get back before the marketing aspect. When you're creating the music, do you have a team you work with? Do you have in-house producers? Do you kind of just draw from different producers that you find online?
Yeah, I find online, or they send it to my email. I lease them and stuff like that, and I'll write to them, and then I go to studio prepared and put people on it who I can see. You know Donnie, Donnie Durrell, Donnie Hayes. He's the MC Aspire and stuff.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I work with like talented people and just go to studio, write it. I like to go prepared, but I could book a 10-hour session right then and there. But
what does a session cost these days in a studio session?
Well,
per hour? What's it?
I can't.
Well,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I get hooked up.
Let's not say your rate, but for the average consumer.
Average, probably like for a good engineer, mix and master, it can run you from like 75 to 100 an hour.
So a 10-hour session can come up with some bread.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but thank God.
That's why you got to come prepared, kids. Write your lyrics, then go.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care what Jay-Z does, because
unless you got it like that, and you could really free. But even me, I'm not gonna lie, I could freestyle. I'm not comparing, but still, me, I like to write and prepare because I like to read my stuff. It just comes out better when you read it.
You know, I was watching a podcast, like we said, the other day with Mac 10. I'm a fan of Mac 10, always been. And the guy that was interviewing him was talking about the song. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a time when Mac 10 was on Cash Money, and he had that song, that album Banger Ball. So anyways, he had a song called Do the Damn Thing. Dr. Dre beat, one of his greatest songs, right? He said that when he went in the studio with Manny Fresh was like, listen, just freestyle the whole thing. And he's like, you know, I freestyle, but like that's not really what I do. He's like, no, trust me. If you just spit this and we record whatever you say, it's going to have that vibe that goes with this track, and it's going to be a hit. And it was like one of his biggest records for sure. So, and when you listen to it now, you're like, this is kind of just because he's like, you know, 4 clips, bam, dance, dun, dun, bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not really much to it, but it just, he swags on the beat real good.
But it's, yeah.
And his delivery is good, and it makes a very,
he was trying to capture a moment more than trying to create something. Because sometimes it's not the most intricate lyrics that touch you. It's sometimes just that fucking that vibe. Like Future, that's what he does. Do you know his process? Have you heard about it?
What?
Future, when he's in the studio?
He'll close the lights, turn it off.
Well, I'm not about that, but I'm talking more about he goes in there and he just freestyles just a bunch of shit.
He punches in a lot.
But yeah, so they'll take like a snippet and they'll be like, okay, this right here, we're gonna make this the verse.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take this and that, and we'll make that the verse. And you know what I'm saying? And we'll make this the hook. And you know, so on, etc. So
yeah, because he's essentially just talking about the same 5 things on every record.
Exactly.
So he's just freestyling about.
He has that organic sound.
Mainly the voice. You got the voice.
If you got the voice and you know how to like ride a beat,
just the swag.
Yeah, and
he's just got. If you like, yo, I got it, and you're just in there and you're doing your thing with the confidence,
and it's pitch black in there because he does.
Is that his thing?
So he does.
So he just probably gets lost. He's probably so fucked up on syrup and weed that he just doesn't even know what the fuck's going on and just spits it
out.
I mean, that's when I DJ the best, is when I'm fucking drunk, drunk that I can't even fucking remember what I played. But like you get in a pocket because it's about that energy. You're just conveying that energy. You're just a vessel of transferring that
energy is internal.
It's the back and forth. It's you giving it to the crowd, them giving it back to you, you giving it to them.
You're not overthinking what you're gonna play. Just like an MC might not overthink what they're gonna say. They're just saying what feels right at the moment.
The same way you were talking to that fucking cuck through your Spotify account is the same way that you're
connecting with the universe,
communicating with a crowd in a room.
What if it was an AI that I was connecting? This whole time I'm thinking it's some kid in Portugal,
well,
but really
in space and another planet.
Yeah, maybe. What if? Man,
no.
Let me tell you something, man. That might be too deep before work. But yeah, the aliens are out here, dog.
I got one.
Hey, I love aliens, man.
Do you have a producer that you work with? Somebody that like what Dolo said, Manny Fresh did was like, hey, this is the vision I have for this record. I think you should do this. Somebody that sort of directs from the outside. Or do you kind of get that with the engineer that is doing your?
Yeah, not gonna lie, the engineer kind of is the only person I let guide me like that. Cause it's hard, cause like, man, I take like I don't know, like I know I'm prepared, like my hand game. I know boom, so we don't really like give you like tell me how to do a song or nothing like that. But the engineer does guide me. He'll tell me how to say it, to do this, hike it, mess with my voice and stuff.
Yeah.
And Willie P, he's my producer. Like, and then I just met Primetime. Like Primetime's like the first actual producer I actually did a serious project with, composed it together and stuff like that.
You guys
made it a moment.
You feel that you guys?
Yeah, like definitely. That's why like I'm taking it so serious and like because like this was out of the blue. I'm actually taking this song serious as a single because he's actually the producer behind the beat. I don't have to worry about getting sued. This and that. Like you can only go so far with a least beat or if you don't have the rights to it. Stuff like that.
And it helps when someone else is pushing the music with you. Like when you're just doing it on your own, you're like, all right, listen to this. But like when there's a producer that equally is invested in the project, they're gonna push too, and that's when you have a team.
Yeah, definitely. Been getting some good feedback. So I was like, definitely believe in it. So I was like, man, let's do it. Make this a project. Try to push this for the next 5-6 months. Blogs, all that stuff.
Hell yeah! So you're about to film a video for that song?
Next week. Yeah, I could go if you want in Austin. Saturday and Sunday.
I try and stay away from that place myself because, there's a lot of liberals down there and whatnot. But Strategy, he's a big Austin. You were just there last week.
Well, I'm actually going to Canyon Lake.
I was sipping on a Bud Light on 6th Street.
He's actually thinking about renting a halfway house room out there. And
we got a mansion out there for Saturday, and then we got the yacht for Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Who was telling me about that? Oh, yeah, I think, Primetime was telling me about that. I saw him Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's the concept of the video?
Basically, just gonna be like have the DJ set up in there.
Did you say you guys have a yacht too?
Yeah, the yacht for Sunday. Fun vibes.
Is there's no storyline where like you're chasing this girl or something like that?
Yeah, I got the girl. I got the model. Her name's Emma. They're gonna have a few girls in there. So the house, we're just gonna be like on some elegant stuff. I'm gonna have one of my homies play the security guard in the front. All black. Or I'm gonna have my brother play a butler. They got the pool. I'm gonna have the DJ set up in the pool by the pool with Prime there.
Yeah. Who do you have filming it?
My boy Shot by Benzo. He shoots all my videos, my latest videos I got on YouTube.
Would you ever let the kids direct a movie or a music video for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we were gonna do that.
Right, we should write something.
We actually we're working with an artist in Chicago,
8matic Logan.
Yeah,
where's that guy been?
I don't know, but it was really the record company that he was with.
Yeah, what was it called?
PZ's label. I forget what it was called, but they were big with Lyrical Lemonade and shit like that. But anyhow, before COVID and all this stuff happened, and we had to migrate south. The wheels were in motion for us to start doing music videos, and I think that would be dope. And we would obviously do it pro bono if you were ever down to do something like that.
Well,
let us know.
Yeah, next video. At least just
even if it's not the official video, just let us shoot it, and then
I don't
do with it what you will.
I want to write it. At least like let us
have his director
song,
do it.
And we'll come up with the whole concept, the script, and everything, the shots and all that. And then if you like it, we whatever.
And we could help produce too by bringing the bitches and the cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I could probably do missed calls. Not probably, but y'all can. Cause when I said that, I thought because y'all the vision, I wanted a punk rock. I wanted the punk rock feel, the low rider. You could throw everything in there, and basically, I didn't want to play the person. I wanted somebody that like with tats or something, or somebody more like emo or punk to play the person I'm actually talking about.
I
The
could put on
mystical.
some mascara and
You know what I'm saying? Like I want
Kid's been known
yell-
to dress up here.
I
and
could
there.
yell at my mom
like
and
some Blink
say,
182.
No,
you know, guitar, low riders, guitars, drum scene.
Yo,
Got a whole
let's
drum set at the office.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's talk about it off the air. I think we could definitely do something.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
That'd be
sure,
fun.
100%. I'd love to do that.
that one for sure.
I just want to create things, you know?
I want to get back into creating. I do
That's
miss
all I
it.
want. The
Hey,
club
be
pays
around
the
creators.
bills.
Club pays the bills, right?
I just want to make shit.
There gonna be some dope creators and I got my boy DS Jr. pulling up. He shoots for LFDC Films. They do a lot of stuff but next weekend, I mean, shit, y'all down? Catch the Sunday, y'all go and boom, boom, boom.
I got to do it though. I got to do Bell Station and Bottle Blind on
I
Sunday.
have to work Saturday, Sunday, unfortunately.
If I
Fuck
didn't,
it.
I've been wanting to go to your videos because I see them. Like they're actually full production shoots. Like it's dope. I remember you did one where you had the grotto and you were like on top of it with
oh
the
yeah,
beds.
yeah.
Which video? What song?
Take me down. I
Okay.
was on the route. Yeah, we played that one.
That
like
shit was
little-
dope. Yeah, they always come out dope. So
No,
you got a good director for sure, and a good videographer as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, your director is your videographer. Then.
Yeah. Well,
Shout out to
editor,
him.
he does everything. For
And
sure.
let's wrap it up because we got to get to work.
Yeah, let's wrap it up like it's a Saturday night on Bissonnet.
Yeah.
Be watching out for the movie Bissonnet.
Bissonnet coming to a theater near you. No, who got rid of movie theaters? Can we bring those back?
For
What the-
real,
They're
man.
still here.
Are they? I thought
Oh,
they
they
closed
do.
down
Nah,
after
hell
COVID.
no. AMC 30, man.
Yeah, come on, man. It's
Go see the
actually
new Mario
best.
movie tonight, man.
It's the best because not a lot of people go anymore.
Oh,
It's kind
for
of
real.
dope. It's pretty.
Is it like
can
the good old
stick
days?
your
You
candy
could
now.
Finger blast a girl in the back
I
row.
definitely got head during Mortal Kombat.
Yo,
Oh,
that makes
man.
a movie. Remember how great? I remember in high school going to see
Did you
Next
get a butter
Friday.
beat off?
Bro, it was. I think about it sometimes.
When I
Butter beat off?
when I went and saw Next Friday, I definitely got a blowjob when I was a kid, and that was fucking. It just makes the movie so much better. You
Are
know
you
what I'm
kidding
saying?
me?
Did you finger her and sniff her fingers
Oh
after?
yeah, bro. She probably smelled like fish. It was like freshman, sophomore year. I wasn't banging.
That's crazy.
pins. I was banging whatever let me put my penis inside them.
What the?
Yeah, man. It's real talk.
Nah.
I mean, unless you're a pimp, I think at ninth grade, you kind of get what you can get.
It's a journey that every boy takes.
Yeah.
He sure does.
Yeah, boys to men.
The
For real. But
thing down there got the mind of its own, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, bro. I fucking I finger blasted. Bro, I was finger blasted. Let me tell you something.
You got this kid going down memory lane.
Freshman year, I used to go to like the resource room,
What
right?
fingers you put in?
Yo, I'm telling you, let me tell you about this girl.
4 fingers?
The girls that were in the resource room, not the hottest bunch.
Oh,
But
man.
let me tell you, you could get away with anything in the resource room. And I definitely finger blasted some girls in the resource room. Now these weren't fucking retards, so don't think that.
Listen,
This was like for the people who would get in trouble all the time. That resource room.
That's crazy.
Let me paraphrase this because it kind of sounds like I might have took advantage.
anything goes
They're
down
about
the
to get
resource.
canceled, man.
going down.
It's 23,
Yo,
you know.
chill. No, that's not what I meant. But I just meant these girls. You know, these are like the
Just say the
bad.
T buildings.
They're like the bad girls club.
The
you know,
yeah, the bad girls club.
The bad girls club
Yeah.
girls, not the fucking Special Olympics girls.
Yo.
I think we should probably cut out
And
this
this
last
is how you this is how you end on a bang, baby. Let's go, champ. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah,
Episode
man.
87, I think. I don't even know at this point. Party with Strategy podcast, the Strategy and Dolo show. Fuego the Prophet.
Let's
Thank you
go.
for joining us. This has been incredible. I feel like people have learned a lot at the same time as losing brain cells.
Yeah.
I feel like it's it's equal trade. You know, they lost some, they gained some.
You win some, you lose some.
It's been good, and thank you for joining us.
I
Please
appreciate it.
drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and
Go ahead and plug your socials.
All right, you can follow me at Fuego the Prophet, at Fuego the Prophet, no underscore or nothing like that. You know, it's all the same from YouTube, Spotify, all that, SoundCloud. Whatever you're into, it's all the same name.
you know it's official because you got the full thing with no symbols, no underscores, no
We'll make
Fuego
it-
the Prophet
yeah,
official.
2.0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuego the Prophet 2023 is my
Yeah, exactly. That's when you know somebody had a really rough 2022. They had to come back and just restart the whole shit. hard reboot, but they got a check mark, so shout out to them.
Oh man, I'm surprised y'all didn't talk about the check mark.
We haven't really gotten into the check mark since it's been a thing. It's
We gotta go. We gotta go.
We're late for work. All right.
Next episode.
Next episode, we'll get to the check marks.
Yeah.
We're on
Thank
it.
you guys for joining.
Let's go.
We out.
Peace.